Python sucks and why I use it. Well, I was just internet storming a few minutes back and I got this article. Okay, the first two words, I love it. Python sucks. Nothing better than this. Nothing better than this for someone who hasn't coded in Python for some time, actually. But anyways, I really agree with this. Python sucks. Python is not something that is intended to write some big codes or something. Just write some small amount of code and that is gonna do your work. Um, anyways, let's just. Actually, I have some issues with Python and I want to talk about it. You know, hello python.com. If you are just seeing this, why does Python have compatibility issues with version 2 and version 3? Okay, version 2 works over here, version 3 doesn't work over here. But you just see Python code in version 2 was very different. Python 3 code will be is very different actually, and probably when Python 4 comes out, everything will be just wiped out and you need to learn Python all of a sudden again. And what is wrong with the error messages? They are not descriptive. Why they are not descriptive? You are supposed to be descriptive, right? Those are the error messages. Those are something people say quite a lot, that you are supposed to learn from the error messages. You are supposed to see. You actually knew that something called kiwi exists. Something called kiwi exists. Please, and that was for just doing Android development. Apparently, doing Android development with Python. Why don't you learn Kotlin? Just take some time. Maybe a month, maybe a week actually. You know something? I learned C++ in just 6 hours. And I can say something. I can learn Kotlin in probably somewhere close to a day or two. That will be okay. Just why don't you just learn Kotlin instead of making a lot of these frameworks and all of that? Kiwi, you don't even work on that actually at this point, I'm guessing. Okay, so that was a lot of rage actually. I'm sorry, but yeah. So we get back actually. Python sucks, and why I use it again? I love this. I love this name. It has been some time they have posted it actually. 2013, I see 2023 actually. And okay, so we start. Recently, I was contracted to work on a distract. Wow, crazy! My English has gone fucking. Just okay. Cool down. Take a deep breath. Okay. Let's not worry about it. Okay. Recently, I was contracted to work on a Discord bot written in Python. I am no Pythonista. What the fuck is Pythonista? I write in JavaScript and TypeScript. Am I a TypeScripter or a JavaScripter? I don't want to be a TypeScripter actually. I don't want to be. It is basically just applying types on a language which doesn't have a lot of types. If you understand what I'm saying right now, JavaScript has no types. JavaScript was developed by someone in, I don't know his name, but it was developed by someone in just a week. Why don't you take the week off? Wow, sorry, but I am no Pythonista, but I partake in some Kool-Aid now and then. Okay, so Python boosts a lot of Python boasts. So I think it's okay. Python boosts a lot of features like subpar performance, lack of static. Okay, bro is also complaining in the very first part. Okay, that static typing, that ठीक है क्या भी कर सकते हैं चलो. Forced indentation and random syntactical quirks. Okay, these features would normally push me to be a more respectable language. Would normally push me to a more respectable language. Actually, what the fuck just happened with me? Sorry. But this time I didn't have a choice. Okay, so you are basically forced by someone to do it in Python. Wow, I'm sorry for you. But Python is slow. I love this. Python is slow, incredibly. It is 195 times slower than C++. Who is giving you this matrix? Buy some matrix. Which matrix? Anyways, you know something? Those matrix were actually coded in Python. So let's just not. Never know. It was probably 300 times, but Python just did some favoritism over there. I didn't say anything. Performance wise, it lags behind the herd, falling below all of the most commonly used languages and being one up by every new project. Okay, Julia, Mojo, name and all of that. Okay, so Python is an interpreted language. I am not supposed to learn the definition of Python, but anyways, Python is an interpreted language that is also single threaded by design. Okay, the code must be compiled in its own platform dependent bytecode while running. Okay, yeah, it just happens while it runs. Okay, so bytecode is like a machine code, but instead of being executed by the CPU, it is executed by the interpreter. Okay. Wow. I never knew this. Very enlightening. Wow. If you're someone who is learning how to code, learn this first. Why are you seeing this, by the way? Anyways, so once the code is compiled, then the interpreter reads the bytecode to translate it to machine code, okay, and all that. Okay. One of the numerous reasons why Python is slow is because of its design. Since Python compiles and interprets code at the runtime, it will be slower than the binary code made in C++. Of course, you just convert it to zeros and ones, and then the zeros and ones get, what do you call it? What do you call it? I just forgot it. And the zeros and ones basically gets compiled. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm just forgetting a lot of things. That first rage on the first part, that was a lot actually. That took a toll on me. I don't believe Python was never meant to be performance-based. I don't believe Python was ever meant to be a performance-based language. I just saw that never meant to be a performance-based language, and I was like, Python? Performance? Hello? Is this your first language? Wow. But many projects that attempt to fix, they just okay, fix Python in this regard. Okay, you will see a lot of things that Jython, and I see Cython actually, probably, I'm not sure, compiles C with Python actually, because C is a very fast language, you can say, very fast language, let's be honest. So yeah, projects like Cython circumvent the language entirely by allowing C constructs to be sprinkled into your Python. Okay, their superset of Python compiles your code to C to increase performance. Okay. Although Cython is a very interesting project and a feat of engineering, it cannot be fully used to replace Python. Nothing can replace Python. Python is the best language in the world, and I'm talking for a beginner right now. A somewhat logical conclusion for the analysis of Python's performance is that Python sucks. I love it again and again. I am going to say it. After all, if something is slow, why would someone even use it? I mean, C++ is 195 times faster. True. Seems like C++ would have been an obvious choice. It makes no really sense to code in a language that produces slow products. Okay, Python is fast. I'm not sure what you just drank over there. Okay, Python is fast. While Python boasts the features I mentioned earlier, it is extremely fast in one regard. In fact, it is 75 times faster, 75%, 75 times, 75% faster than C++. When you compare the time need to develop a solution to a problem. Who is making you this? Who is giving you the statistics actually? 75 times faster than C++ when you compare the time needed to develop a solution for the problem. Yeah, the thing is basically that C++ code actually, not goat. Okay, I'm not talking about Messi over here. But C++ code does take a little more time to write. You can just write print hello world, and print hello world will actually just get printed. But in case of C++, you have to write a lot of code. You do have to write a lot of code. Wow. And I love that. Okay. Although Python scripts may not run as quickly as those written in other languages, they can be developed much more quickly. The bar, okay, let me see the bar. Perl over the top. Who is using Perl these days? Perl, Rex, and probably, if I'm not wrong, I'm seeing Lisp. Who is using Lisp? TCL, Lisp, and Rex. All these languages are used by people just to tell anyone that I code in Lisp, and the other person thinking, oh, what is that? What is that? I have never heard of these languages. Actually, let's be honest, if it were a few days back, I didn't know what Rex was actually, but I do know now, apparently. Okay, so it was basically a good time to actually see this article. Anyways, so, but I don't know in which universe Perl is actually getting the top spot. I see Perl and Python getting the similar spot, if I'm not wrong. Maybe Perl, I don't know. Okay. I don't wanna just waste my time seeing this. You know something? This was actually coded in Python. This bar graph over there, it was coded in Python. So I can just think that might be there are some aristocracies, or I can say some favoritism happening over there. Let's not get over there. I'm sorry. Galti ho gayi. Okay. My experience, I was tasked with creating a Discord bot in Python, entirely in Python. I expected that this thing was going to be a bit slow. Yeah, honestly, but a bit of bummer, as my most recent project was interpreter in Rust. Okay, I love Rust, and it was all about performant code designed in a sexy language, Rust. Okay, sexy language. Shit. Sir, I was just trying to joke, sir, गलती हो गई, sir, sorry, sir, क्या मतलब, sir, why are you, don't do this, sir, sorry, sir, sorry, sir, ouch. Okay, we get back. Let's just see the last part of it. My Python development experience was limited to a few scripts and some competitive programming. Okay, and the thought of more Python felt to excite. Okay, nevertheless, I trudged onward. Okay, this project seemed soon turned into an eye-opening journey. Something that normally would have taken me 30 plus minutes in Rust, fighting with the borrow checker. Okay, I'm still somewhat new. Okay, I get what he was trying to say. Okay, grappling with lifetimes only took me 15 minutes. Okay, that was good actually. That was a good time. Python is a good language when you write small code to automate something or something like that, right? So development speed was incredibly faster in Python. The project became exhilarating. Okay, I'm guessing that is a good thing, but wow, I don't know English. Fuck. Anyways, and I found a new love for programming. Bro was just never mind. I was able to ship the product extremely fast, including time for testing. Okay, I completed the project so quickly that the client was impressed and gave me a generous bonus. Clients are giving you bonus. Wow. Anyways, my Discord bot built in Python was probably slower than anything I could have built in Rust. In case you were thinking, yeah. Rust has a ton of amazing language features that I can talk about for days. Okay, didn't you just say you were just new in Rust? But anyways, and performs on par with C++. Okay, yes. So did I create a slow project that was doomed to fail? No. To be frank, you didn't notice that it's slow. To be frank, you can't notice that it was slow. Actually, I was able to build a fully working project in a speedy fashion. I'm sorry. I loved doing it, and the customer loved the product as well. Okay, something that Rust wasn't necessarily for the use case. Actually, yeah, he asked for Python, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So if he asks for Python, you deliver it in Python. The kind of project shined on a new light on Python for me. Okay, as well as for other languages like Go. Go is a very good language. Golang is a very good language. It's actually Go, but anyways, some people like me, some gawars, just sometimes call it Golang. Anyways, so. Wow, where was I? Well, I had heard that Go's ability to shift faster from Milky Dev. Well, we have Milky Dev over here. Nice. But I never realized why that could possibly matter. After all, I could develop in Rust fast enough, and when I finish the Rust project, it will probably be more performant than Go or Python project, right? I was completely blind to the experience of developing in a language that is designed to shift faster. Okay, this experience has changed my perspective on programming languages, and I hope it will change yours too. Okay, nahi kar raha change. Kar raha hai. So because you just said, right, it is not really changing, because I knew this somehow, not all of it, but maybe I knew this, that if you write little code in Python, it's going to take you very less time, and it is going to perform better actually. In the runtime, probably it will be a little slower than some other languages, but it is going to perform well and good for normal people, right? Wow, that was enlightening. Give me a like for that. This experience has changed my perspective on programming languages, and I hope it will change yours too. I know too many developers who are stuck in their way and refuse to learn or use new languages because they are slow or bad. I just talked about the framework. Why don't you just learn Kotlin? Even if I'm not wrong, probably Google Docs and some others, Google Docs and all of those apps shifted itself to Kotlin from Java. So why don't you learn that? Just learn that. Anyways, no language is without flaws. Okay, using performance-based metrics to measure the success of a language is an arbitrary characteristic when deciding on smaller projects. Python is performant enough most of the time. Okay, projects like automation tools, exactly, data analytics, and more can all be accomplished in Python. Okay, I do not think we should have developers thinking that they are better than others because they program in a harder language instead of a baby language like Python. Okay, you just said it all out. You even teased Python saying baby language, but first of all, you know which language you are coding in? You guys know which language you code in? I have no idea. Sometimes I code in C++, sometimes in JavaScript, sometimes I just switch to TypeScript because I want types in my code. Sometimes I do in Python, actually very less. Sometimes I do in Rust, sometimes I use frameworks like React, sometimes Golang. I don't know. Wow. You guys know which language you code in? This is the first W. Wow. I felt really, really, really underdeveloped. Which language do I code in? I'm not sure. I need to figure this out. Wow. Very fast actually. I'm not sure. Actually C as well, if I think about it. I know a little bit of C. I can write a little bit of C code. Which language do I code in? I'm not sure. Okay, that will probably take up a lot of time and people are going to leave this video. Anyways, so If that were true, the most precious software engineers would be using APL to develop their front-end frameworks. Okay, good. That's such a naive take, and I challenge those individuals to fully deliver a deliver a fully functional product in the same time frame as a Python developer. Okay, you just need a good typing speed. Anyways, Python is not the best language for every project. Bro is the definition of doglapan. I would not recommend using Python for high performance. Okay, by the way, I see this code. Can you argue? This is pure math stuff. Can you argue with anything written over here? Probably not. And this just says you that leave all of this, leave programming, leave everything, and just go study English, study literature. You don't have to do things like Python. Okay. Anyways, so the hypocrisy in the very last paragraph though. Python is not the best language for every project. I would not recommend using Python for high development applications or large projects. Python's strength lies in its efficiency during development rather than in raw performance. Okay, that was what I was saying in the very first line of this video. Probably attempting to optimize Python for speed often leads to disappointment. Actually, Python is designed to be fast to develop in, and it excels in that regard. Okay, thanks for reading and all of that. If you enjoyed this post, consider sharing it. I have shared it through my YouTube if anybody is watching actually. Ouch. Anyways, this was Cameron, if I'm not wrong, from 2023. Yeah, I can see a pop-up if I'm not wrong. Ouch, where did it go? Yeah, Cameron.rs, me@Cameron.rs. Anyways, so that was a lot. Well, I would like to add a few things that I actually told all of it, honestly, that Python is good. Python, let's be honest, Python is a good language if you are just starting out actually. And when I say this actually, I was someone who started out with Python. If you just go back to some videos of mine, to some live streams of mine, you'll probably see me learning how to code in Python. Okay, so I was starting out in Python, and then I just logged in and learned a little. Okay, I don't know a lot, but a little. Okay, so yeah, this was a good article, bro, whoever he is actually. I hope he is having a great day, Cameron, and this was a good article. Okay, wow. And yeah, so in case you guys are seeing this, by the way, have a great day. I'll see you all in the very next video. This was very enlightening, and I don't know. Bye.